जायातीतेऽधिकाम् जन्मनाव्रज श्रायत इन्दिरा शाश्वतत्र हि दयितदृश्यताम् दिक्षुतावकाश त्वयि धृतासव त्वां विचिन्वते शरदुदाशये साधुजातसा सरसिजोदरा श्रीमुषादृशा सुरतनाथ ते अशुल्कदासिका वरदनिघ्नतो नेह किं वधा विषजलापयात् व्यालराक्षसात् वर्षमारुतात् वैद्युतानलात् वृषमयात्मजात् विश्वतो भयात् ऋषभते वयं रक्षितामो न खलु गोपिका नन्दनो भवान् अखिलदेहिनाम् अन्तरात्मदृक् विखनसार्थितो विश्वगुप्तये सखा उदेवान् सात्वतां कुले
विरचिताभयं वृष्णिधूर्यते शरणं तीयुषा संस्कृतेर्भयात् करसरोरुहं कान्तकामधम् शिरसि देहिना श्रीत्कराग्रहम् व्रजजनार्तिहन् विद्रयोषिता निजजनस्मया ध्वांशनस्मिता भज सखे भवात् किङ्करार्स्मनो जलरुहाननं चारुदर्शया प्रणतदेहिना पापकर्षणम् तृणचराणुगम् श्रीनिकेतनम् फणिफणार्पितं ते पदाम्बुजम् कृणुकुशेषुना कृन्दिरचया Next slide please. मधुरया गिरा वाल्गुवाप्यया बुधमनुयला पुष्करे क्षणा विधिकर्तिमा नेत्रमूयते अधरसिधुनाभ्या यश्वस्वानः.
Prabhuji, next person. Tushar Prabhu.
Hindu
Next
Mata.
person.
Hindu.
Unmute.
हेलो हरे कृष्ण
Yes.
तव कथामृतम् तप्त जीवनम् कविभिरीडितम् कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमङ्गलम् श्रीमदाततम् भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जना प्रहसितं प्रिया प्रेमवीक्षणम् विहरणं च ते ध्यानमङ्गलम् रहसि संविदो यारदे स्पृश कुहकनो मना क्षोभयन्ति हि चलसि यद्व्रजा चारयन् पशून् नलिनसुन्दरम् नाथ ते पदम् शिलतृणाङ्कुरे सीदतीतिना कलिलतां मना कान्त गच्छति दिनपरीक्षये नीलकुन्तले वनरुहाननम् बिभ्रदावृतम् घनरजस्वलम् दर्शयन् मुहुर्मनसि न स्मरम् वीरयच्छसि
प्रणतकामदं पद्मजाचिदं धरणिमण्डनं ध्येयमापदि चरणपङ्कजं शन्तमं च ते रमणनस्तने स्वर्पयादिहन् सुरतवदनं शोकनाशनं स्वरितवेणुना सुष्ठुचुम्बितम् इतररागवी स्मारणम्रणां वितरवीरन स्तेतरामृतम् अटति यद्भवान् अहनिकाननम् तृतीयुगायते त्वामपश्यताम् कुटिलकुन्तलं श्रीमुगं च ते जडबुदीक्षदा पक्ष्मतृदृशाम् पतिसुतान्वया पातृबान्धवा अतिविलङ्घ्यते त्यायच्युदागता गदिविदस्तवो गीतमोहिता कितवयोषिता कस्त्यजन्निसि.
Yamuna Mataji, please unmute yourself.
रहसि संविदं हृच्छयोदयं प्रहसिताननं प्रेमवीक्षणम् बृहदुरः श्रियो वीक्ष्यधामते मुहुरति स्पृहा मुह्यते मनः व्रजवनौकसां व्यक्तिरङ्गते वृजिनहन्त्र्यलां विश्वमङ्गलम् त्यजमनार्चना त्वात्स्पृहात्मनां स्वजनहृन्निजां यन्निषूदनम् यत्ते सुजातचरणाम्बुरुहंस्तनेषु भीताः स्तनैः प्रिय दधिमहि कर्कशेषु तेनाटवीं अटसि तद्व्यतते न किं स्वित् कुरुपादिभिर्भ्रमति धीर्भवद् आयुषां नः जयति तेऽधिकं जन्मना व्रजः श्रयत इन्दिरा शाश्वतत्र हि दयितदृश्यताम् दीक्षुतावकाश त्वयि धृता सवा स्वां विचिन्वते. हरे कृष्ण.
पालकी माता अनम्यूटेड. यस माता जी, कौन सा भजन कर रही है?
जस्ट अ मोमेंट प्रभुजी.
यस माता,
भजाहु रे मन.
बजाओ रे मन. ओके.
भजाहु रे मन श्री नंदनंदन अभय चरणारविंद रे. भजहु रे मन श्री नंदनंदन अभय चरणारविंद रे. दुर्लभ मानव जन्म सत्संगे दुर्लभ मानव जन्म सत्संगे तरहुए भव सिंधुरे. तरहुए भव सिंधुरे. भजहु रे मन श्री नंदनंदन अभय चरणारविंद रे. शीत आतप वातावरीषण ए दिन यामिनी जागिरे. शीत आतप ए दीनयामिनी जागिरे विफल से विनो कृपण दुर्जना विफल से विनो कृपण दुर्जना चपल सुखलवा गिरे भजहु रे मना श्री नंदानंदना अभय चरणारविंदरे भजहु रे मना ए धन यौवन पुत्र परिजना इथे किया छे पारती तेरे ए धन यौवन पुत्र परिजना इथे किया छे पारती तेरे कमल दल जला जीवन टलमला कमल दल जला जीवन टलमला भजहु हरि पद नीति रे भजहु हरि पद नीति रे भजहु रे मना श्री नंदानंदना अभय चरणारविंदरे भजहु रे मना श्रवण कीर्तन स्मरण वंदन पाद सेवन दास्य रे श्रवण कीर्तन स्मरण वंदन पाद सेवन दास्य रे पूजन सखी जनात्मनिवेदन पूजन सखी जनात्मनिवेदन गोविंद दास अभिलाष रे गोविंद दास अभिलाष रे भजहु रे मना श्री नंदानंदन अभय चरणारविंदरे दुर्लभ मानव जन्म
Srila Prabhupada ki
जय
yeah. Thank you very much, Mataji, for very nice bhajan.
very good. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, so we can start the 17th verse. Rahasi samvidam ridchayodayam rahasi tananam prema vikshanam brihadurashriyo वीक्षय धामते मुहुरति स्पृहा मूयते मना. So now only 3 verses are left in the Gopi Geet, 17th, 18th and 19th. And actually here in this verse, Gopis are remembering the intimate conversation and the pastimes which they had with the Lord. How Lord had intimate time with them and used to talk privately. And in that private talk, how he used to open the heart with the Gopis. And that is what they are recalling. We should understand that Lord is the best in performing of all rasa. That's why he's called Rasraj. And Here the word rahasi sambidam, in private, confidential discussions. So Lord used to have in private, confidential discussions in all rasas, not in only Madhurya rasa. In Shanta rasa also, in Dasya rasa also, in Sakha rasa also, in Vatsalya rasa also, and in Madhurya rasa also. Like, how you used to have confidential talks with the trees, with the cows, with the birds. We can remember one incident about the cows, that how mother had told that you should wear the slippers. And Lord Krishna told that if you want to give me slippers, then you should also have 9 lakh cows, the slippers for them. If they will not wear, then how can I wear? That was so much touchy for the cows. And they felt so much, loved for Lord Krishna because of this incident, that Lord is not wearing slippers because of us. And that night, the cows went out, and whatever, the stones, the thorns, all were there in the braja, they broke down into pieces, into soft sand. Similarly, Lord had, used to converse with, with the cuckoos. He used to, speak in his language. With the frog, he used to jump with the frog. With the birds, he used to sing that birds. And that way he used to speak with them. When he was under the tree, he used to, touch the tree with the lap on his head, and he used to praise the trees. That how great they are. And when, this type of talk used to go on, the love for the Lord, it increases multifold. As Rupa Goswami says, dadati pratigrahati guhyam akhyam pruchyati bhunjati bhojyati cheva shadavidhi priti lakshana. The 6 types of exchange increases the priti. So one is guhyam akhyam pruchyati. In our devotional life also, we should have intimate conversation with the devotees, intimate conversation with Guru, with Shiksha Guru. That will help to increase our love in relationship with the Lord. So, the word rahasi samvido. Then in Dasya Rasa, we remember how with Hanumanji, Lord used to have conversation, intimate conversation. Then in Sakha Bhav, we know with Sudama, that Sudama Leela, that Sudama wanted one day to see the Maya of the Lord. And what happened? He told that go and take bath in the river. And he went in the river. And Lord created a Maya world over there. And when he came out of the water, he saw a new city, a new country. And, when he entered that city, it was a day of marriage of the princess. And whoever first enters the city has to get married to the princess. And Sudama entered and he was married to that princess. And a new set of life started for Sudama. He became the king and he was ruling and he was doing everything. But one day, the princess died. So it was a condition that if the princess dies or the queen dies, the king has to die with him. That was the rule in that city. So, like, the sati thing was there in the olden days. So Lord had created a city where the person had to become a sati. So then he was made to sit on the fire. And that time he was remembering where I am caught. And he started remembering, oh Lord, please protect me, please protect me. Then they told you have to go and take bath in this water and then come and then we will do the sati process. So he went inside the water and he was praying. And as he came out, Lord Krishna was sitting over there. And then he told to Lord, Lord told, abhi gaya aur abhi aa gaya, Lord, I do not want anything more. So they had, in the Sakha Rasa also, Lord had very intimate conversation. Many intimate conversations are there with Madhumangal, with Subala, and all the people. Similarly, in Vatsalya Rasa, Lord used to sometimes tell, very intimate conversation with Yashoda Mata and tell Yashoda Mata that I've heard, this Balaram sometimes tells me, he asks me, why are you black when your mother and father are, so bright, fair? I will tell you why you are black, because you are not his son. And especially, these words used to be told by the Lord when he used to be caught in some places and he used to get, the beating. At that time, he used to say, no, you are not my mother, you are not my mama. And Balaram is saying, right. Balaram says always. Then I says, no, she is my mother. And, this type of conversation. And then, Yashoda Mata used to catch her and hold her and says, no, you are my son. So this is called, intimate interaction. So similarly, in Madhurya Bhava, Lord is the best of all the lovers. Especially when he wants to act as a love with himself in the form of Radharani. Radharani is herself in the form of, the Stri Rupa of Lord is Radharani. So when Lord wants to enjoy with the Haladini Shakti, all the Gopis are the expansion of the Haladini Shakti. So here I was reading the Acharya's commentary. And this verse has a general meaning as per from the Acharyas. What we read, the general meaning, what we read is as simple. Our minds are repeatedly bewildered as we think about the intimate conversation we had with you in secret. Feel the rise of the lust in our heart and remember you. Your smiling face, your loving glance, and your broad chest, the resting place of the goddess of fortune. Thus we experience the most severe hankering for you. This is the general meaning. But the Acharyas, especially Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Jiva Goswami, they say that in case of Radharani, she says in a different way this verse. She says that you used to converse with us secretly. There are in Kamadev has 5 arrows to increase the lust and love. Here the lust is referred to the pure love. Lust over here is a contaminated attraction to the material world. Nija indriya priti vancha tare dhare kamanam. Krishna indriya priti vancha tare dhare premanam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. So here Radharani says what? That actually, you used to speak in such an intimate way to us. And you used to express a heart in such a way that sometimes you used to catch a feet, sometimes you used to catch a hand, and you used to tell us that there is nobody else. Radharani used to say these things. At this time, she's remembering. And then you show your heart that how much in the heart the love is there, how much you are longing. And then you used to, smile. You used to give the glance. So here the 5 things which the Acharya says are the 5 arrows in the Madhurya Rasa is Rahasi Samvido. Intimate conversation is the first arrow in loving conversation. Intimately used to talk with us. Second is Ridchayadam. Means love arising in the heart. Because of the intimate conversation, the second arrow that you used to throw, used to speak how much love you have for us. That Radharani is saying for us. Third arrow is the glance. The side glance you have is also one type of arrow. And then fourth arrow which Lord has in Madhurya Rasa is the smile. That acts as an arrow. And the fifth arrow is the beauty of the chest. The V-type chest that Lord used to have with Kaustubha Mani and, with the Lakshmiji's golden hair on him. So these are termed as the 5 arrows which used to pierce the Gopis' heart. And when their heart were pierced by these arrows of intimate conversation, by the glance, by the smile, by the beauty, and by the expression of the Lord, they used to forget everything. They are the highest devotee and they used to surrender to her. And sometimes Lord used to become so much atispriya that he will actually faint. That is what Radharani used to say. This type of things used to happen to both. To Gopis also and to the Lord also. Lord, when Lord used to smile, the Gopis used to feel very nice. And seeing the smile of the Gopis, Lord used to feel very nice. So there used to be a competition between the devotees and the Lord of how much the love they used to express. So this is the thing that they are remembering. The intimate conversation. The smile of the Lord. The glance of the Lord. The beauty of the Lord. And the promises which the Lord had done in the intimate talks with them. That is what they are remembering, and that is making them more and more in pain. So what is the take that we have to take first from this verse for general people like us? First of all, the word that is this Rahasi Samvido, that we have to interact with Guru, with the Shastra, with the Vaishnavas in a confidential way, in the intimate way. Lord Vigrahas are non-different from the Lord. Lord name is non-different from the Lord. Bhagavatam is non-different from the Lord. Lord Prasad is non-different from the Lord. Lord Vaishnavas are non-different from the Lord. So we have to interact confidentially. And when we interact confidentially and speak with them, heart out of heart, then automatically the love for the path of bhakti will arise. Ado Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha Ruchi Asakti Bhava Prem. So these are the processes. So we have to understand that the first thing that we have to do is one of the dadati pratigrahanti guhyam akhyam prichyati. Dadati. We have to always give something to Vaishnava, something to Guru. And we have to take from them. Guhyam akhyam uchyati. We have to have conversation with Guru, Vaishnavas, and the Bhagavatam. Prabhupada is every day conversing with us through his books. We have to have intimate time with Bhagavatam. Then the love in our heart for the Lord will arise. Otherwise it won't arise. So, rahasi samvido richayodayam. Then in the heart the love will arise. And then prahasitanam prema vikshana. Smiling face. We should be addicted to see the Vigraha Darshana. Every day we should see the Vigrahas, the smiling face of Vigraha. And we should always pray the Vigraha that his Prema Vikshana, he glance on us. We remember one incident, how Surdas used to go every day to take a darshan, and the Pujari told that you do not have eyes. So why you come and how you are able? He says, I don't have eyes, but my Lord has eyes. So we go and take darshan so that, that Kripa Amrita showers on us. We know how there is Amrita shower in the eyes of the Lord, and he was able to revive all the cows, all the calves who were, died by Kalia poison, Kalia poison. So Lord showered through his eyes and how they were revived. So we should be addicted in seeing the Prema, Vigraha Darshan, remembering the beautiful darshan of Radha Shyama Sundar, beautiful darshan of Krishna Balaram, beautiful darshan of Radha Ras Bihari, beautiful darshan of Radha Ramanadev, beautiful darshan of Radha Mohan Dev. We should remember all the darshans every day. So that helps to increase our love for the Lord. We are on the primary stage, but as I told you, Lord, reciprocates. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tans tateva bhajam. As per your reciprocation, Lord reciprocates. Here the Gopis are the highest devotees, and that's why Lord was reciprocating in the highest bhava of that Madhurya bhava, Mahabhava. That Lord was also reacting in that bhava. And that is what they are remembering now. That how beautiful the Lord's eyes are there. He used to glance when he used to come in the evening with the cows, and when all the mud was, the dhula, Raja dhula is there, and his, the face of the Lord is covered by the kuntala, kesha. And he then glances, and by seeing that glance, they get so much relief from the entire day pain. Prema Vikshana, from the side glance of the Lord, is so beautiful. That is what the Gopis are remembering. So we as devotees should practice every day to take darshan of the Lord. Practice every day to remember, the beautiful forms of the Lord, beautiful pastimes of the Lord, and the kripa that he showers through his eyes on the devotees. That we should remember. Then the word is Brihadura Shriyo Vikshadhamate. So, broad chest, Shriya is the goddess of fortune, seeing the abode. So here, Where does the Shriya resides? The Gopi says, on your chest. The general meaning, the outer meaning, if we take, we have to understand, if we are, because Lord says, my devotees reside in my heart, and I reside in the heart of the devotees. So once who resides in the heart of a devotee, the Lord, when you resides in the Lord resides in your heart, automatically, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partha Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shri Vijaya Dhruti. That Shri Vijaya Dhruti Niti Matir Mamaha. That Shri is always there, Niti is always there, Vijay is always there, wherever Lord is there. And Lord says, my devotees stay in my heart. So wherever devotees are there, automatically Shriya will follow. Because Lord is there and Lord is followed by Shriya, means Lakshmi. This is the outer meaning. The inner meaning the Gopis are trying to say, that we know that Shriya is there, but you gave the place for us over there. You give us a man more than the Shriya, and that place is for us that you had shown. You had brought us near our chest, and now you are throwing us away. How cruel you are. How cruel you are. Once you bring us near the chest and show us that we are great, and now you are throwing us and you are running away. So they are totally bewildered, in a bewildered situation. Why Lord is doing all these things? And that's why in the last line he says, Muhur atispriha muyanti manaha. Repeatedly, excessive hankering is happening in our heart. When we remember your pastimes, when we remember your, the glances, when we remember your lotus face, when we remember the conversation we had, and remember how you had kept us near the heart, near the foot, near charan you had given, and sometimes you used to be in our charana. You used to be near our heart. You used to keep your head near our heart. So all this we are remembering. And today you have left us alone in this jungle in the night, and we are crying, and you are not even coming. And that's why in the past verse, the Lord is told as cheater. Ketava. You are cheating. You are the biggest cheater. So in Mahabhava, that is one type of a rasa. So ultimately what we have to take from this verse is that we have to confidentially read Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, confidentially do services of Vaishnavas. Confidentially, we have to, be very much determined in our sadhana, and then only the love will arise. We should be addicted in seeing the Lord, His vigrahas, His pastimes, His darshan, His beautiful glances, His beautiful dresses. And at the same time, we should understand, if we want Shriya, if we want the success, we have to come nearer to the heart of the Lord. And that is only possible by Ananya Bhakti. No other way we can become very dear to the Lord. Madachitta, Madagatta, Prana, Bodhayanta, Parasparam, Kathayantascha Mam Nitya, Tushyanti Cha Ravanti Cha, Tesham Satata Yuktanam, Bhajatam Pruti Purvakam, Dadhame Buddhi Yogam Tam, Yena Mamu. Madachitta, Madagatta, Prana. We have to give our chitta and prana then only we'll become dearer to the Lord, and victory will follow in our life. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we can end the YouTube session, Prabhuji.
Okay, Prabhuji. Tushar Prabhu.